My name is Samantha Menkenberg, and I had Module 11. I'll be covering the 6 major sleeping disorders: REM behavior disorder, somnambulism, night terrors, insomnia, narcolepsy, and sleep apnea. REM behavior disorder is when someone is asleep and their body is not paralyzed. One is simply acting out their dreams or their nightmares. The next disorder I'm going to talk about also happens when someone is asleep and their body isn't paralyzed. This is called somnambulism. And somnambulism is simply sleepwalking. This happens when the sleepwalker is in a very deep sleep. When sleepwalking, the person is fully capable of moving and seeing. This disorder occurs during non-REM stage 4. When people sleepwalk, they don't necessarily have their hands in front of them and walk like a zombie. They're actually capable of doing a lot of complicated tasks. They might not be able to tell you why they're doing it, but they will. For example, some sleepwalkers will be found in a kitchen, maybe cooking a full course meal. Night terrors is another disorder, and it happens in non-REM stage 4 of sleep, and it doesn't involve dreaming. It's pretty rare, and it will occur mainly in children. The people who do experience night terrors will usually grow out of it. Kids that suffer from night terrors are usually kicking and screaming. Simply touching them or awakening a person that is in non-REM stage 4 can trigger the sleeper to freak out. Insomnia is the next disorder, and it's a chronic disorder where someone has either trouble falling asleep or trouble staying awake. Many people may experience something called temporary insomnia. Anything that makes you stressed, anxious, or nervous can trigger it. For example, every night before the first day of school, I can never fall asleep. So many different emotions like being nervous and excited will cause me to stay up, and I can never get a good night's rest. But after my first day of school, it becomes easier to fall asleep because all those nerves are gone. So I was experiencing insomnia temporarily. Work, relationships, and almost anything can trigger it temporarily. However, for some people, it is a chronic condition. It can last for months or even years until they get help. The next disorder is narcolepsy, and this is falling into REM sleep without warning, even if it's just very briefly. For example, some people who experience narcolepsy may fall asleep while cooking, working, or even driving. And the last disorder is sleep apnea. This is when a person will stop breathing while sleeping for nearly half a minute. This lack of breathing during sleeping is usually associated with loud snoring. And those are the 6 sleeping disorders.